Hello people, welcome to the town of Athlone here in County Westmeath, and where I am now is actually in the centre of Ireland, right beside the longest river in Ireland, the River Shannon, which is just out here. And there's boats going down the Shannon, cruisers. As I was saying, this is the River Shannon, the longest river in Ireland, and this is the town of Athlone, which is in the centre of Ireland, and in that direction there is heading north. And I think now that the River Shannon originates north of here in northwest County Cavan, and then it meanders its way more or less down through the middle of Ireland, north to south, or kind of north to southwest really, in that direction there, okay? And it goes through Limerick City and the Shannon estuary, which starts at Limerick City and goes for 70 miles before it enters into the Atlantic Ocean. And on the right hand side at the end of that estuary is Loop Head in County Clare, and on the left side of the Shannon estuary is Kerry Head. So it's the Shannon divides, if you want to call it, County Clare from County Kerry before it enters into the Atlantic Ocean. So this is a real popular river, apart from it being the longest river in Ireland, and it has lakes on it, pretty big lakes on it here, and it's a real tourist attraction if you have your own boat for going up and down the Shannon. Lots of tourists come, especially from Europe, and they hire out boats here and they go off cruising the Shannon. And you can go on cruises here and day trips and everything on the Shannon from here, from loads of places along the River Shannon. So now I'm going to go on into the town here and have a look around the town. So there's a little stone structure just halfways across the weir here, and it's there to let salmon continue on upriver, which is pretty cool. Although I'm reading off the sign there and saying that since they built the big ESB Ardnacrusha electric plant on the River Shannon, which is down in County Clare, there's not as many salmon in the Shannon River. So let's go on up here and have a look at more places. Imagine that this bridge here across the Shannon here in Athlone would have been, if you wanted to go in car years back, right? If you wanted to go from the east coast, say Drogheda direction, Dublin direction, and you wanted to go to Galway, you'd have to cross this bridge here in your car and through all the towns along the way to get to Galway. And now today you have the modern motorway, which is great. So let's go into this church here, or cathedral, in Athlone. Maybe it's called Athlone Cathedral, and we'll have a look. It's nice, but as churches go, it's a bit dull. But having said that, if you stop to look at the detail, you know, just take any one of these, just take any one of those columns there, look. And then look at the top of the column and the intricacy of the work that's on each column. Same here, look. And above the columns, look at the detail of the work. Incredible. Over here. So, yeah, amazing detail, but I've seen it a lot more in some of the other churches here in Ireland. But nice to see. Lovely little restaurant across the road here, and also this bar here, lovely blue Sean's Bar. This is claiming to be the oldest pub in the whole of Ireland, so I'll check that out in a minute. Let's go around the corner here now. It's not lovely there the way it's called Guinness Time, and the clock says 25 to 4, and the snug beer garden. Lovely, isn't it? And the last time I was over here, I had a pizza in there in Pavarotti's Pizza. Here's a story about that bar I'm telling you, called Sean's Bar, supposedly the oldest pub and bar in Ireland, right? So here we go. So Sean's Bar was formerly known as the Three Black Amore Heads, and undoubtedly the most famous proprietor of the pub was Mark Begg, who held the inn in 1736. Mr. Begg inaugurated the first stagecoach service from Athlone to Dublin. The first stagecoach service began on Monday, the 8th of November 1736. It was reported that he operated a right good service from the Three Black Amore Heads to Capel Street, setting out each Monday and returning on Thursdays from Dublin. Each passenger paid 10 shillings and 10D, with additional charge of a penny for every extra pound of baggage. So this is winner of Best Restaurant in Westmeath, the Kin KO. Look at all the awards it's won. The Bridgestone, Best in Ireland in 2006, Best in Ireland 2007, 2009, something else in 2008, recommended by Paolo Tullio in 2009. I think that man actually is deceased now. Look, Best in Ireland in 2003, Best in 2002, Best in 2011. Wow. And it looks really, really cool from the outside, doesn't it? Beautiful, actually. I love all the mad psychedelic colours here on the buildings across the street. Super cool, aren't they? Look at that. Look at that for a green. Mad. Look at the colours here. A blue and a red. Pretty mad. So this is a Lebanese cuisine in here. Lebanon. These are lovely little streets over here in Athlone that I'm walking on. Look at that there, flower boxes on the windows. Cool. And I love the way they're keeping the buildings well painted. Now, isn't that a nice touch there? Look, tiny little garden on the gable end of a building into a car park, and little miniature dwarfs, if you want to call them, and flowers. It's a lovely touch, and it makes a difference when you visit somewhere. It kind of makes you say, God, I'd visit that place again. And so far, walking around Athlone, the first thing I'm noticing is that they're keeping all their shops fronts, all their buildings are painted. They're not in need of a paint, if you know what I mean. They're painted and it looks lovely. And here's a few disabled car park spots here, right, in this car park. And look at these wild, they're all, as far as I know, I think that they're all wild flowers along there, look. And they're gorgeous. Right, see just here, just this is an example. Look, that's called Destinations Athlone, right? So it's an auctioneer's, right? And just look at what they have in the window. They're little kind of pups or dogs, and they have flowers on it. And that's what I'm talking about. That just enhances the place. Lovely. Let me see now where I'm going to go on my holidays this year. Corfu, I've been to Corfu. Croatia, I've been to Croatia. Bulgaria, no, haven't been to Bulgaria. Portugal, yeah, I've been to Portugal. Haven't been to Vietnam. And they do escorted tours there too. Right. Okay. Pier Street. Wow, look at that. Isn't that just gorgeous? Gorgeous. Right, another thing I'm noticing about walking around Athlone here is that it's spotless clean. Spotless clean. I don't see any litter on the streets here at all, which is fantastic. So this street that I'm on here is called Connaught Street, and I've noticed a lot of buildings are boarded up here or closed down, but it's actually saying that this was a real busy shopping street on Athlone's west side. And it said it was flanked by family businesses, groceries and flowers, fresh meat, vegetable and fish and hardware, electrical goods, clothes and shoes. But it's saying here, sadly, Connaught Street has succumbed to modern life. Its family-owned grocers have given way to supermarkets, and while all of the commercial activity that was at the beating heart of this street eventually gave way to shopping centres and business parks, its unique sense of community will never be replicated. We now look forward to a new chapter for Connaught Street, where we hope that its eventual rejuvenation will retain some of its former glory. And look up here, this is shown, that's a picture of it from the 1950s. So it's saying, like, shows a section of the street that was demolished and redeveloped with impressive retail units and apartment buildings in the early 2000s. So that's, here's a pub called, as you can see, P. Walsh, and it's saying here it was established in 1922. Con's finest Donegal whiskey. Pub and grocery, you were saying. But so that means that pub here, which still seems to be Walsh's pub, is still going there, would have been founded just at the end or at the last period of the Civil War here in Ireland in 1922. Now look at this shop front across the road here. Now, this is making me want to stop and look at this shop. It's called The Arcade, established in 1935. Now look at this. Look at this for a window display. Now to do it, look, you can see children's clothes and stuff in it, right? But and look at even this shop. It's okay, it's a kebab, is it? Pizza house and takeaway. But look, it's all painted. It's all kept, you know, lovely. I don't know about you, my friends, but that makes a huge difference when you visit someplace that looks clean and tidy and presentable. You know what I mean? It makes a huge, huge difference. So it's saying that this is the birthplace of Hannah Greeley, 1925 to 1987. I've no idea who she is, but I'll look it up. I'll Google her. Hannah Greeley. Guinness for strength. I hate Guinness. I tried to acquire a taste for it, but I couldn't. So there you go. If you drink loads of Guinness, people, you'll be able to carry big steel girders on your head. That's an old advertising there of a grab from a crane, and your man here is in the crane, right? He's trying to rob your man's Guinness and his food. My goodness, my Guinness. Look at the Guinness bottles there, original Guinness bottles. St James's Gate, Dublin. Jameson whiskey. And there's a lovely thing there of a guy with a salmon, look. Isn't that cool? More Guinness bottles there, look. See what I mean about the house? See the house is across the pub, all painted lovely, and the flower boxes. As I keep saying, that makes a huge, huge difference, my friends. A huge, huge difference. Look at this one. Isn't that cool? Look at these here now. Here's old Mull blended Scotch whiskey. And that's Jameson, a small little bottle of Jameson whiskey. John Jameson and Sons Dublin whiskey. Now you see that there even, look. It's looks like an old tin type or metal type suitcase, and it has a couple of artificial flowers in it there. And see, I'm after just seeing that there now, and I'm saying, wow, like people doing things like that will draw people like me in and tourists in. You know what I mean? Like, and you go back and you go home and say, God, I'm not been over in Athlone, and it's beautiful and it's well kept, and all the houses are painted and all the shop fronts are all lovely and painted and stuff. Now, isn't that Shine's hairdressing? That a lovely front for a hairdressing shop. And here's a book shop called John's Book Shop, which looks nice. And here's a lovely Melody restaurant, it's called. Lovely shop front. There's a place that's closed down. It was the Celtic Cafe, it was called. Right, so I'm around here at the back of Sean's Bar, facing the River Shannon here in Athlone Town, and I just read over here why they're claiming that it's the oldest pub. So it's saying Ireland's oldest bar, Luane's Inn, 900 AD. Luane was an innkeeper here around 900 AD. He also guided people across the river at the great ford of antiquity, which was located behind you. It later became known as the Ford of Luane, from where Athlone got its name, Atta Luane. In 1112, King Torlough O'Connor built the first wooden castle here to guard this ford. So there you go now. Amazing, isn't it? So this is the lock gate here in Athlone. If you're going up or down the river, you come into the lock here and it raises up, and it raises up if you're going up the river here, and it goes down it goes from high to low if you're going back down the river this way. I'm just looking at that big kind of concrete plaque on the wall over there, and it's saying 1846. So maybe it was done in 1846, not too sure now. Right, I was just walking in the town there, and there was a guided tour taking place there, and I overheard the guy saying to a whole group of tourists that the River Shannon, I did not know this now, I knew the River Shannon was the longest river in Ireland, but I didn't know that England, Scotland and Wales don't have a river as long as the River Shannon. So there you go. You learn something new every day, my friends, don't you? So they're doing work along this side of the Shannon River, the west side of the Shannon River, just back towards the bridge here. And there's more boats all moored up across the river here, as you can see. And there's a railway bridge just up there, look. Railway bridge crossing over the River Shannon. So I'll just go up here and get a picture of that bridge. That's cool, isn't it? That's some way of funding. It's Athlone Boat Club, so you can buy a brick. Visit www.athloneboatclub.ie and you can buy a brick. There you go. I think that railway bridge there, the trains would go from Houston Station on towards Galway, I'm thinking. Maybe Sligo, I don't know. But anyway, it's a railway bridge anyway. So I'm going to go back into the town and cross over the Shannon to the east side of the Shannon and the town centre, which is over behind those big apartments there. Across that bridge in the distance and over there. Beautiful day here, people. I think it's 23 degrees today. Look at me wearing a t-shirt. I just think that's very funny. There's a sign on the bank there, the AIB bank, and they have it saying talk to us about the things you need from your bank. So okay, I'm going to say, listen, I want to talk to you about the things I need from your bank. Could you give us some money, please? Is anybody looking for some stellar pots and pans here at stellar prices? Look, they have supposedly the real price and then the sale price. Okay, look at this. There's some kind of a jug pot thing there. Was recommended retail price was €300, reduced to $179.95, and that's different. But there's a middle-sized pot there. You see that one? Recommended retail price was €380 and reduced price of $199. Now, would you pay €200 for a pot? Well, I wouldn't anyway. That's for sure. So it's just saying that this is a Church of Ireland rectory here and everybody's welcome, but it's closed at the minute. I have to say now that I'm very impressed with Athlone Town. Spotless clean and beautiful, beautiful shop fronts, I have to say. Beautiful, beautiful shop fronts. Just reading here, this is the birthplace of, you ever hear of your man, birthplace of Count John McCormick, world famous tenor. So this is where he was born, in this house here, and now it's an Asian street food called Soho. Wow. They're certainly into Laurel and Hardy in this pub anyway. Carby's, lovely pub on the outside for definite. There you go. Gaelic football and horse racing. I stopped in Athlone on numerous occasions, but fleeting visits, and I never knew that Athlone was this picturesque and that the buildings are well kept and well painted and beautiful, actually beautiful. Very, very impressed with Athlone. Very, very impressed. Right, people. That's it from a lovely visit to Athlone in the centre of Ireland in County Westmeath, beside the River Shannon, the longest river in Ireland. I really enjoyed that walk around the streets of Athlone. I would give it 8 out of 10 as regards cleanliness and effort, especially all of the houses on the streets or the shops on the street and the shop displays, and how well they keep the town. It's pretty clean now, and most of the buildings are all well painted, which which adds to the ambience of the town. So I hope you all enjoy that little trip to Athlone in the centre of Ireland, and hope you all keep safe, and I'll catch us all again in the next video. As usual, stay tuned. I've no idea where my next video is coming from, but it'll be coming from somewhere. So check out my channel on a Sunday. I usually put them up on a Sunday, maybe sometime Sunday, because my broadband is very slow at the minute, so it takes hours to upload a video. So check out for my uploads on Sundays. Okay, take care, bye. Have a nice day, people. Bye.